Hello kids and queens, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today we are going to talk about what actually goes into a mortgage, all the fees, all the interest, all that, and what that looks like on the monthly basis. I recently posted a video about how I bought my first house at 22 years old. I will link it up above, and I'll also put the link in the description box down below. But in there I said that if you guys want me to do like a video to break down all the fees and everything like that, I will. And some of you guys did reach out to me, so I am going to be doing this video today. Yeah, a mortgage is a very big commitment, so it's something that you should think about before you just do it. And I feel like nobody really talks about like what goes into this unless you're like considering and like you find out when you have to do it. But I'm like, I feel like people don't talk about the real stuff, so I'm here for the real stuff. Okay, so I'm literally going to go into my mortgage statement and show you guys everything that is in there. And if you guys want to know more about like my budget in general, I posted a video about me doing Patricia Bright's budget planner from the Break channel, so I will also link that up above and below. And also, before we get into it, if you are like, what is going on back here, what is this beautiful accent wall? These are my prayer and affirmation cards. You can get them on my website. I'll link that down below. It's called expectantprayer.com. But basically the point of it is to have a visual representation of the things that you have been praying about, what you're believing for, and also just your affirmations and your confessions, but in a really pretty way. I noticed that people usually use sticky notes, and sticky notes like fall off and they're not reliable and they're bendy, like they're gonna get ruined. But these are like really good quality prayer cards that you can use as an accent wall. So you like have your prayer inside and you put your confessions and affirmations behind them. But like, look at this, you use them to build a prayer wall ultimately in your room, in your war room, in your office, wherever you want this accent wall, or wherever you want all your prayer and affirmations to be. That's where you put it, but it's really aesthetic. We have different themes as well, so definitely go on the website if you want to see everything that we have and purchase your prayer card so that you can build your prayer wall one prayer at a time. All right, and also make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Christian Professional. Over there I'm a little bit more intimate about my everyday life and things I go through and my silliness, things like that. So if you want to connect with me on a more intimate level, please make sure to follow me on there. And also make sure to follow my business page, Expectant Prayer, so you guys can be notified of all our updates when we're launching with new themes and also just new product in general. Let me get right into this. Let me go ahead and log into my mortgage account, and I will be showing my screen on the video. Let's go. All right, you guys, so what you're currently looking at right now is my monthly bill statement. I think I just took one from like a random month prior, but this basically gives you literally all the information that you really need to know about your mortgage for that month. So let's walk through everything. So my outstanding principal here is $144,199.75. That's how much I still owe. My mortgage is only about 2 years old, so I'm not that far into it, but I do plan on scaling and paying way more hopefully soon, so that I don't actually have the full 15-year term. Oh, I have a 15-year term, and then also my interest rate is 3.875. This was back in 2018, so it was good. I think it's probably less now for everything that's going on, but I got the interest rate back in 2018. And then here it has my escrow balance. So if you don't know what escrow is basically a third-party company that will like collect all your taxes and insurance expenses from your mortgage, and then they'll just put it like in an account for you so they can pay on your behalf. So that's all that is. So that way you don't have like taxes, insurance, homeowners insurance, like different types of insurance. Like there's like 3 insurances on my mortgage. That way you can just like have it go to all one company, as well as your taxes, like county tax, state tax, whatever tax, that all goes into one account, and then they just pay it for you whenever they need to pay it. So that's what that is. And then here it also shows you like how much of each type of payment that I'm making every time I pay the mortgage. This is what I wanted to do, is because a lot of people don't know how expensive mortgages actually are. So you can see here that like I'm literally paying $700 of principal every time I make a payment. So right here it says like I made a $1,662 payment. Granted, it tells you down here though that I actually paid $1,717, but I absolutely had to pay $1,662. That's like what I owe, and then I paid like $50 more, which is like nothing. But we're gonna get better. Don't worry, we're gonna get better. But anyway, yeah. So I'm from my actual like loan, I'm only paying down $700 a month from my $144,000 loan, which is insane. I think I started out with the $159,000, so I've only paid like $15,000 the last 2 years, which is like not terrible, but like also not great at all. So it gets you to see like how much money you're actually spending on taxes, insurance, and interest. Because if you see down here, I'm paying $465 in interest every single month on that mortgage, which is a lot. And then also I'm paying $491 for taxes and insurance, which goes into my escrow balance. Thank God I haven't had any you know, late payments or anything like that, so that's all zeros down there. So in total I owe every single month $1,662, but down here it tells you how much I have actually paid. So because I paid like $50 more, it says right here I paid $757 principal, which is about like $50 more than I absolutely had to pay. But then for interest and escrow, it's pretty much the same from what I had to pay. What else is on here? So here, if I can, maybe I zoom in, there we go. It does walk you through like what is in the escrow. So like there's my mortgage insurance, and there's 2 of them. Oh, this is actually, so here when I'm zooming in, it actually shows you the transaction activity that I had for like this past month or whatever. So it took out of my escrow balance $110 in mortgage insurance twice. And then here's my payment that I made the month prior. And then curtailment is basically like what you're paying on your, which is down here, sorry. It's basically what you're paying on your actual principal. So it's like what you're paying on top of it. It's curtailment, that's all that means. It's like a fancy word for that. So there you go, that's pretty much the breakdown of a mortgage bill. The next thing I want to go into though is like a payment calculator, so you can really get to know how much you can save on interest if you pay off your mortgage sooner. So let me jump to that. Alright, so I am currently on the payment calculator page now. For some reason, I can't find how to download my amortization table. So what I'm going to do first is literally put like 60, like maybe I'll put like 1 cent extra to pay per month, so you guys can see about like where I'm at currently for my amortization table. If you don't know what an amortization table is, it's just a fancy word to say how much you are paying off every single month, and as well as every year, and how much interest you're paying off every single year and every single month. So it kind of just like shows you a big like table of how much you're paying off, how much interest you're paying off, and then if you were to pay more, how much interest you were to save. So it just breaks all that out for you, so you'll see it. So it's just a table that shows you like your expenses on your mortgage throughout the term of the loan, to put it simply. So I'm gonna literally put 0.01 cent. Let's see. Oh, they let me do it. Great. So you guys can see like what exactly where I'm at right now. So see, my mortgage date was July 23rd, 2018. Like I said, my mortgage amount was originally $159,000, so now it's, I think it was like 144 or something like that. And then I have remaining 12 years and 10 months. So when I signed, I had a 15-year loan, and now I'm like 2 years and some months in, like I said. And then here my annual rate is 3.875%. Remember though that this annual rate is not simple, this is compounded. So every single year they take the balance that I owe and they multiply it by 3.87, well, they multiply it by 1.03875. And then the next year, that new amount get multiplied by that rate again. So while my rate itself is fixed, like they're always going to be multiplying it by 3.875, the principal is not fixed. That is being compounded, which is why mortgages can get so expensive, and that's how people can, you know, lose track of it and not be able to pay it, and or pay it for such a long time, because of the fact that it's continuously growing. Like your principal amount is continuously growing. So if you're always paying the minimum, it really will take you just that term of the loan to pay it. And that's also why when you go to a loan broker, they're not the first to tell you. You have to ask, like, okay, how much total interest am I really paying? Because if you don't ask that, they'll just give you your interest rate. You're like, oh my god, it's so low. You think that because the number looks low, it's not a lot of money, but 3.875% of $159,000 is a lot by itself, right? But then that's getting multiplied over my 15-year loan. But it'll show you how much interest I'm paying, right? So let's pretend that this version will just be like what I'm currently am at without paying extra, because I just put 1%. I mean, I just put 1 cent. I am having trouble finding my amortization table right now with no extra payment per month. So I'm just gonna do 1 cent because it'll pretty much be the same thing. So let's calculate. All right, so right here it's showing me that so it literally says if I pay 1 cent extra, I'll end my mortgage 1 month early. So like pretty much the same, right? So it literally says that the interest that I'm paying on this $159,000 loan is $38,443. $38,443, you guys. That is a lot of money. So I'm literally just giving that to the bank because they let me take out this loan, which is the importance of trying to pay your mortgage as quick as possible, because it's very expensive. It's costing me that much to have a loan that I need to pay off by itself. Like, think about it. Like, it's costing me money to have a loan, and that's how much it's costing me. So that's why you want to pay it off as soon as you can. So this table right here is the amortization table like I was talking about. So it has the payment date, the payment, principal, interest, total interest, and the balance. So it literally goes by every year, but you can get some that goes by every month. That's like really granular. So this is actually, yeah, so this table is going by month for what the payments are, right? So it's literally telling me, okay, if you make the same amount of payment for all these months, let me go all the way down. I will be done in June. My last payment will be in June 2033. That sounds like forever from now. Wow. And so as you can see, gradually the balance, which is like how much I owe on my mortgage, goes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So by June 2033, I would only owe $88, but it would have taken me $38,000 in interest to get there. Now let me show you the power of paying a lot more on your mortgage. So let me go back now. All right, you guys, so let me show you the power of paying more on your mortgage. So say I were to actually be really aggressive, and let's try $500 every month. So I'm paying $500 extra on my loan. So let's see what that does. So it says that I would pay off my loan 55 months earlier just in paying $500 extra. And you guys, look, the total interest that I pay now is only $24,000. Well, that's still a lot of money. Before it was $39,000. So that means I would have saved like around $15,000 just on interest, which is pretty good, you know. And then it shows you again, I would be done in December 2028 if I so decided to pay $500 extra on my loan, which is pretty good. So that's about, it was 2033, so that's about 5 years earlier than I would have been done. So that's in 10 years instead of in, well, I guess now it's only 8 years instead of in 15 years, right? So let's do it one more time, and let's do $1,000. If I pay $1,000 extra on my mortgage, I can end it 81 months earlier, and I pay interest of $17,000. Again, that's even much more lower to the 500 amount, because 500 was 24,000. So as you can see, the more and more you pay, the faster you get your house paid off, and then also the way less interest you can pay off. And here you can see that I will be done in October 2026. And that's actually my goal. I want to be done around like 2024, 2025, 26, because like we gotta get this paid off. But if you guys watch my other video about budgeting, I tell you guys that I'm paying other things out before I get to this. Yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video so I can walk you guys through what actually goes into a mortgage and what are those fees, so you understand that a mortgage is actually very expensive. And do not get tricked when the loan broker is just like, oh, it's just this much percent. Ask them, what is the total amount of interest that I am paying over the course of this loan, so you can really understand how much that mortgage is costing you. If you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, or the fees or anything like that, please make sure to comment down below, and I will be sure, wow, that's my phone, I will be sure to go ahead and give you guys answers. Again, go ahead and subscribe to this kingdom so you guys can continue to reign with us, and share this video to someone. This is things that people don't really talk about, so this video I know is going to help so many people that are considering buying a house, or even are not close to that process yet, but just want to get more knowledgeable about how these things work. Go ahead and share this video so that you can be a resource for them. All right, without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.